Welcome to another episode of Cocktails with Cousins. I'm Erica.
I'm KD.
I'm Raina.
And we are here to talk about Married at First Sight, season 14. We're in Boston on episode 5. They're on the honeymoon. So we're going to talk about all the tea and drama that unfolded on this honeymoon. Before we get started, go ahead and hit the like button. We know that you're going to like what you see. And so go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode. And then share it with other people. We're going to jump right on in. We're going to start off with Mark the Shark and Lindsay. What's going on with them this week, y'all?
So first thing I want to say is, who eats goldfish with milk? I mean, like she asked him, she was like, so you just eat goldfish dry? And he was like, yeah. She's like, oh, who does that? I'm like, who does it?
His stash though, like he had a show no stash of goldfish. Like I don't even think my 3-year-old has that many goldfish.
Yeah, I believe he had at least 10.
A suitcase full of goldfish. Yes.
Yeah.
Too many.
Yeah.
To be childless.
And so they started off right with making pina coladas. And before doing that, he kind of addressed her like, yeah, so he didn't say you have a drinking problem without directly saying that, but he meant you need to watch how much you drink, because
well, he said that she had 3 bottles of wine. I can't remember when she had the 3 bottles of wine. That clearly says you have a drinking problem. 3 bottles, right?
Yeah, and
that's a lot.
Yeah, and I think they went to that, and they talked about like their dating history, and he did bring up that like the lady he fell in love with, she had a drinking problem. So I think that was a trigger for him going into this, because he's kind of seeing red flags, right? Based on, and so I couldn't blame him. I'm like, oh, okay, I see why he's a little bit like kind of tiptoeing, but definitely I don't know, like she felt like he was team Lindsay. And then the dinner, and at dinner it kind of was like a 180, like it went left real quick, because he set up this nice dinner for them. It's supposed to be like nice and romantic, and then he started telling her about, I guess, everything that was wrong. And so she felt attacked. And so she started, she basically left and was like, yeah, how romantic, and being sarcastic. So,
right, but you're missing the key point. You forgot that they did the hokey pokey. Like, that's what you got to lead with.
Right. Because
the issue.
She said they did it right before the dinner. And so she was thinking that, oh, he's going to romance me and blah, blah, blah. And he's talking about pumping the brakes a little bit. And she was like, this came out of left field, because you already got in my drawers 3 times today.
That's what he said on the after show. On the after show. I was like, dang, y'all was busy.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he was wrong, because you can't say that after doing that. But I don't know. And then as soon as he said that, she kind of called him out too. She was like, yeah, you be, what did she say about flushing the toilet? Like, stopping up the toilet and this and that. I was like, ooh, she just put you on blast.
She did. I was like, yeah, you got to talk about his bathroom life on national TV. I guess she said, tell you. She said she was matching his energy anyway. Whatever you doing, I'm doing. So if you don't want me to do what I'm doing, I need you to stop doing what you do. I don't know. I kind of like, don't get my drawers 3 times in one day and then be like, but we're gonna put the brakes on it. Like, that's not cool.
Right. And she was spot on when she said that Mark is a people pleaser.
100%. Yes, he is.
Yeah. Because even with that situation with Olajuwon and Katina, like he came down there and smoothed it over, but so didn't like ruffle any feathers. He kind of just needed to kind of go with the flow, when he should have been like, I feel like he should have added just a little bit more on, like, but that's my wife, dude. Don't you, something.
Yeah.
Without being confrontational. Lindsay apologized to Olajuwon in his DMs on Instagram. She likes those DMs.
Right.
Oh, that's right. She did. Yeah. Oh, but
Yeah.
on the boat, I forgot to talk about on the boat. She told the girls that she was like, I guess, falling in love with Mark. And I thought that was too soon, but she didn't let him know that. She was just telling the girls. So,
Right.
yeah.
She kind of did hint towards that though with him. When they were, was that on this episode or last when they were there? I think it was last when they were in the robes and the green and they were talking about like, this is a lifetime. Like they both, she's kind of right in the sense of she said she's matching his energy because they were both talking that stuff last time. And I think this time with the situation with Olajuwon and like her just loud energy, that's when he started to say like, hold on, wait, I'm seeing red flags or whatever. But they both was like, oh, this is a lifetime. We're gonna be, whatever. I don't know, too much for 3 days if you ask me. way too much.
Yeah.
What did y'all think about, and I guess we'll dip a little bit into, what did you think about the conversation from her perspective to Katina?
She was acting like a Karen.
Yep, she was.
He was definitely acting like a Karen.
Woe is me.
Woe is me. And then Jasmine was like, okay, but I like to see it from this side too. And was like, I get your point, but to her point, basically, you acting like
right.
Jasmine said it right though. Like
she
came at her without coming at her sideways. And I felt like that was the more mature response. But I get it though, why Katina came at her the way she did. I understand. Because she was coming at her man sideways. So I get it.
In that situation when Lindsay was talking, y'all saw Alyssa use that as her prime example, like, yes, we're against her. With Katina to go, talk to her. I can't remember what she said. She whispered, like, don't let her bother you or something to that.
Yeah.
But she was like, oh, somebody else mad at her too. Anywho, anything else about Mark and Lindsay? I love to see how this conversation about pumping the brakes extends into next week. Let's go to the people that they always seem to be having conflict with, Katina and Olajuwon. What is going on with them this week?
Okay, so I thought it was cute how Katina said she wants to try to incorporate his lifestyle with hers, and she got up and went to the gym with him. But I didn't like how Olajuwon thought he was her personal trainer other than her husband. And I could tell that Katina was getting mad and frustrated, and the fact that he was talking about this was a test. Like, who is he to test her? He's not the expert.
Exactly.
Yeah, I said, who tests their wife? Like, I mean, sir, what? She's obviously keeping herself together. Like, even if she go to the gym or not, she looks nice.
Right.
Yeah, and he was really serious.
And like on the boat, it was cringy for Olajuwon to volunteer the information that he slept with a mother and a daughter. And he just wanted to say that on national TV.
Look,
I'm like,
in that case,
grow up.
Look, in that case, I even agreed with Alyssa's take on what was going on. And it's hard. I was like, sir, what? It was crazy.
Yeah, he was bursting at the seams to finally let that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what did Katina say? She said something about, oh, I know how Isaac is or whatever. And I'm like, girl, you better not be trying to be okay with him having this alter ego of Isaac. Like, if you okay with that, you gonna introduce that right on into y'all marriage.
Right.
Eagerly waiting for you to ask for a threesome. He said, who is he to deny his wife of that right?
Yeah, he just don't know when to shut up sometimes.
Yeah,
he sure doesn't. Oh goodness, he was talking about like how he was. What did he say? Like his past is his past. I was like, your past is right here on this boat. What are you talking about?
Right, because he keeps talking about it like he's so proud of it. Like it's like something to be commended. You know what I mean? I'm like, just stop talking about it.
Yeah.
You're married now.
Everybody was shocked. And then going back to when they was working out, she was like, Katina 20 would have been crying over that workout or whatever. And I was like, Katina in her 30s need to be telling him where to go and how fast to get there.
She looked like she wanted to cry though.
Yeah.
She did, because she was like, I don't like this.
Exactly. One thing I realized about them in this episode is she looked just like her mama. I don't know if you realized that or not.
Yeah.
I was like, she is her mama like 30 years ago. Absolutely. Anything? Okay, so then let's look at the boat situation. So from Katina's perspective, what do you guys think about the boat situation?
She wasn't trying to hear nothing Lindsay had to say. She said, I don't care if you were 2, 3, 4, 5, when all this traumatic stuff happened to you. You are grown. You are 35 years old now. You need to take responsibility for what you did or what you do. And I'm like, yeah, she right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was absolutely correct in calling Lindsay out on her BS.
Yeah, I wonder if Lindsay is going to be the victim all season long, because she's loud. She has that boisterous personality, but like just a little bit of disagreement, it seems like she cracks every time. Like every time she gets up and walks away, or she isolates herself like she did when they were on the bus. And that could have been the producers that, called for the isolation too. But it just seems as if she keeps throwing the rock and hiding her hand. And that's
oh yeah. She definitely dishes but don't know how to take it. And yeah, you're right, Erica. She is a victim. She has that mentality, but there's an even bigger victim on the show. I ain't gonna talk about her right now, but
look, we have so many things that we can say about her. One last thing that I wanted to say about Katina and Olajuwon was when they came back, was it from dinner? And he had set up all the roses, all that stuff. What was your guys' reaction to Katina's reaction? I guess I should say. What did y'all think? Did y'all think that it was too soon, or do you think it was warranted based on like kind of how they had interacted thus far?
I thought it was sweet. And I do think it was sincere, because that's why he confuses the mess out of me, because on one end, he's still talking about Isaac and what Isaac used to do and what he used to do in his past, but then he turned around and do something like this for Katina, which was really sweet. And it was like their wedding all over again, saying vows or whatever. Yeah. And so, I don't know. I thought it was sweet. And he even like got emotional, looked like he was, crying a little bit. And so I thought it was sweet. And it's funny because on the after party, Katina said they still hadn't consummated their marriage even after that. They just talked. And I was like, oh, okay, sure.
I thought it was too much too soon.
I kind of did too.
They only been knowing each other for 4 days.
Yeah, and she was like so giddy, but I was like, I still think he's just trying to get me a
But now that I think about it, she has never been romance. She's always been the one cheated on.
Yeah, so that was her storyline. We'll see. I mean, it was a sweet gesture, but it was like, woo. After 4 days, like, well, what will we expect after 4 months? Like, I don't know, but very sweet gesture.
But it's not like they said I love you. I mean, it was. No. I thought it was sweet, but it's not like they said I love you to each other.
This is true. This is true. All right. Anything else about them?
He did say that he deleted his Instagram.
But why though? Well, I guess my thing is, if you're grown, you're mature, do you think it's dramatic as to your Instagram versus just being responsible with how you use it?
That's so true. And I think he know himself, and he probably would be tempted if he know he has people in his DMs. That's why he went ahead and deleted it off to keep himself out of trouble.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
But then that for me leaves like a question mark. Like, if you're easily tempted by DMs, because I mean, there's some people who don't even know the DMs exist. Like, you could just act like they don't exist.
We talking about Isaac now.
Yeah, yeah. If that's the case, he should block every girl that he messed with in the past.
Right.
So deleting it was the best thing next to that.
Delete the whole page. It's going
He said, throw it away. He said, throw the baby out with the bathwater.
And recreate a new one.
A new one.
They better have one of those couple ones, the Katinka on Instagram.
I hate those.
Monitor it.
That means you got trust issues.
Right.
With his own self. He said, I can't be trusted with these pictures. I don't know what people gonna be trying to send me. So let me just throw it all away. Oh goodness. Anywho. All right. Look, I think we hit all the points with them. Let's move on to Noi and Steve. And let me tell you something. One thing that I will never do is tell Steve that I think I'm falling for him, because he just say, thank you.
What was he supposed to say?
Yeah, I would rather him say that than lie to her and lead her on if that's not his true feelings.
He could have said something different than thank you.
That's so sweet.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, that would have worked. And he still wouldn't have been saying, I love, I think I'm falling for you too.
That's so sweet would have been worse.
But he
it's
said
the same thing. It's saying thank you.
Oh, but he did kind of clear it up afterwards, saying, well, I do have strong feelings for you. So I think it was a good response.
Yeah. In the minute, the music was like, walk, walk, walk.
Did you see the look on her face? Oh my gosh.
The same one I kind of had on my face. I was like, dang, Steve, you just missed that layup all together. Like, I get it. You're right. They've only known each other for 3 days. He's like, look, I'm not in for that or anything like that. She clearly feels comfortable with him. She expresses her feelings so quickly and so strongly with him or whatever. And but I do applaud him for saying, like, look, I'm not about to trap myself into that. He said he wants to know her more before he, gets into all of that. They really ain't had nothing going on this week. They was just lovey-dovey and happy. You talking about the cheating thing?
You know what? She's not here for though. Camping.
What's that?
Right.
She's not here for camping.
She was like, nope, I don't want no parts of it whatsoever.
Right. And Steve was like, "Ooh, red flag."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You saw his face. His face was like, you don't like to camp? Like, hold on, wait. This may not
at least trying.
Yeah. I feel like she could even do some form of like glamping, or maybe even they like be outside all day long, but then they roll over to, Hilton at the end of the day and sleep inside,
She should have at least tried it before she said absolutely not.
Yeah. She was being a little closed off.
The way Steve's face was looking when she was saying that, no, it was like,
Yeah.
No, ma'am. No,
he
sir.
said, don't you know that we're gonna drive across country when this show is over with? Like, he got it planned out in his head. He probably every RV stop on the way. Like, he is ready for it. That's all.
I put down. Steve is definitely a nomad.
Yeah.
He was sleeping in his car for the past 4 months. Come on.
All the way up and down the East Coast. But I don't think that he's thinking about that logically with marriage. Like, who wants to, I don't know. I just feel like, especially since she's like, isn't she like in her 30s? He's in his 30s. She's thinking about her clock ticking. She like, I gotta get these babies out of me. Like, I have a full-time job. I'm not gonna be able to do this. And he like, oh, what campsite can we go to next?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was interesting when they were on the boat and they was playing, was it Never Have I Ever? Wasn't that what they were playing? And somebody said, cheated on my partner, and both of them put the finger down, and then Boy was like, I thought he was perfect. I was like, girl.
Right.
I thought it was funny how they started like laughing about like talking about when to poop around each other. And I was like, oh gosh, not the poop talk.
Well, Lizzie and Mark don't have any boundaries. They already started doing that.
Lord. I mean, but could you imagine though, like you're like newlyweds, but you don't know this person, and it's like you gotta use, I don't know, that's so uncomfortable. I don't even want to think about it.
Right. It'll be one of those things to be like, let's go somewhere where I can go and be away from you and handle this business, not in the room that we're sharing, and 2 feet away from each other. I don't know. I don't know that I could do it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else about them? I think that was kind of them for the week. Like they didn't have much going on.
It's just one more thing. They opted to not talk about whether they're intimate with each other or not. Like they wanted to keep that private to everyone else. And I thought that was good. Like they set that boundaries to everyone else. So
yeah. I hope
they already smashed.
You think they did?
Yes.
You said they already.
That's why she's so willing to tell him she loves him.
I agree. Because he was looking on the night of the honeymoon. So I wouldn't be surprised if they be like, oh yeah, we did it on the second night of the honeymoon. Like, because he was looking forward for the first night when they were still in Boston, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they did.
She's very comfortable in this moment. All right. Nothing else with them. Let's move on to Jasmina and Michael. Lord have mercy. Look, where do we begin?
Okay. The thing about Jasmina and Michael is they keep bumping heads over nonsense. Like, they don't even know each other yet, but Jasmina is saying that they don't get along and they have a difference of opinions and blah, blah, blah. And she wouldn't even take Michael's agree to disagree.
Right. Yeah. They argue about how to argue and how to
communicate.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they are having dumb conversations. And
right.
So and it carries on to the evening. So that's gotta be like awkward. Being around one another.
And then so Michael was trying to clear the air and Jasmina wouldn't even agree to it. She wanted to keep on arguing.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But I do also say that Michael, before he went on this show, I know them sisters was happy about him having a wife, but before he came on the show, he should have worked through some of that baggage, because even like it made sense when he started to explain for the fact that he basically went year after year for a period of time just losing people. Like, right. So all of that baggage brought about him thinking in the way of, let me think more realistically, because if something bad happens, then I can already be prepared for it. But that's not conducive to marrying somebody at first sight.
Right. And the issue here was that he claimed that Jasmina cut him off on a boat when they were asked about have they consummated their marriage, which in my opinion, she did not cut him off, because he had completely stopped his sentence. So she then continued and started whatever she was saying. So in my opinion, I'm kind of with Jasmina on that one. Like, no, I did not cut you off, and she really believed in her heart she did not. But he was like, but I was there. And she's like, but so was I. I was there too.
Right.
So at that point, I understand it's like him against her. And as much as I understand it, it's like at some point somebody has to give in. Now, although Jasmina was right, she was still very stubborn and even trying to. But I would say that she did apologize for how he felt, but not so much for it. Right. And he was like, nah, that's not a real apology. So that was like the immature part where they're like bumping heads about how to apologize or what to apologize for. Yeah. And so he eventually kind of caved in and was like, okay, well, I do accept your apology, and even then she was still kind of like, okay, I appreciate that. But she still had like that attitude about her. So,
yeah.
But then think about, okay, so just thinking about them together and like the conversations that they have, was it when they woke up, he was like, we're not getting closer together. I'm like, dude, have y'all been together? Is it more than 4 days on TV that we missed? I'm like, what is it that you think we should be doing in 3 or 4 days to build a relationship other than what's your favorite color? Because y'all don't even know that about each other.
Right.
I just don't know what else they supposed to be doing in 4 days.
Right. Now, she did say that he came at her like his tone, he was loud, he was yelling, but he did take accountability saying he is working on that and that he will continue to work on that. So I thought that was good, but I wish the cameras would have caught that part because I definitely didn't see that. So I'm like, why is she like tripping? Like she's, it's kind of like lopsided. Like I couldn't really see her perspective, but she kind of let us in on what really happened. So I have to take her word for it at this point.
But then too, it's hard to take her word on it because I feel like ever since she had that breakfast with his sisters, she's like trying to find him doing that. And he is not helping his own case because he is also doing some things. It does kind of make you think like, was it like she's saying it was, or it's what like the case is.
Opinion already about how he is without really experiencing it firsthand. So I get it.
And I don't understand why she I don't know why she's holding so tight to that one statement. I guess it has to do probably a little bit with her past too, because I mean she's dealt with a little abandonment as well, and then we learned last episode that she ain't never really been in a relationship because so she might not even know how to interact with a dude or whatever, but very interesting.
She's never even lived in the same state as any of her long-term boyfriends.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what she could have been doing other than chit-chatting on Instagram or Facebook. Like, don't see where the relationship part came in.
But I guess there has to be some truth to it about like his tone and him like yelling, because she said she felt so disrespected to the point where she didn't even want to be with him, let alone be in the same room with him. So I feel like it had to be something serious for her to feel that way.
True. I agree.
But you don't know what we don't know what Michael's stand on it is because we didn't hear him talking about it.
Right. And he
so
was
we
on
only
the
got
after
her
show
side of the story.
But he acknowledged it, said he was working on it. So that's why I believe her. Because I think he would have been like, that ain't true.
I don't see Michael yelling.
We also don't know him that well either.
This is true. We've known him for what, 3 days also?
3 days.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm with you though a little bit, KD, because it's like with his sisters, he's so timid in tone. I just don't know that I could see him getting to another extreme. But I mean, we've seen Witter. Like, I mean, it happens. Like, so I don't know. I guess that's something we'll have to kind of continue to unpack as the season goes on. And hopefully they'll give us more insight to it. And it was unfortunate. Was Jasmina even? Neither one of them. I guess they didn't like that storyline enough to have either one of them at the after show, because that's usually where we kind of get the insight of where things are.
I wish Michael was on the after show so he could have told his side of the story.
That would have been cool to know. Maybe if something happens next week he'll come to the after show, because I don't think he's been on there yet. So maybe as time goes on we'll see him on there to kind of give his side of the story. All right, anything else about Jasmine and Michael other than they need to learn how to communicate with each other and stop arguing about arguing? Like, if you're listening, stop arguing about arguing. At least I hope you're not now anyway. All right, so let's get to the weekly train wreck that is Alyssa and Chris. I mean, we could start many of places, but where do we want to start?
Miss Victim? You talking about Miss Victim?
Mm-hmm.
Why me? Why me? I mean, why me? Why did the experts pick Chris for me? Like, why? I was like, oh my gosh, like, are you serious?
And she said that the experts did her purposely did her wrong.
She did.
Basically is what she said. Yes.
Yes, she was
Yes.
like, what did she say? And when she said that, I was like, girl, why you causing all of this?
Right.
The reason why y'all going through all this, because you're not even trying.
Not at all.
I
And
felt so bad for him when he took off his shirt.
my
Yeah, she
God.
said something. I'm not physically attracted to him. I'm like,
She's
girl,
like,
it's
yeah, she said, what is she's like, I'm not trying to be mean, and so I'm gonna watch what I say, but he's like not my type.
Yeah.
like Alyssa, you said
Maybe
that
you're not
only
his
on
type.
every episode. Right.
I mean,
Let me tell you
she's
why.
literally the mean girl. Like the
She
mean
is.
girl. Yes.
Let me tell you why she think that the experts purposely did her wrong, because they don't match what her psychic said.
The psychic. Like, first of all, why are you going? Why is the psychic apparently said that she will be with somebody with the eagle tattoo?
Mhm.
Well,
No, they
no,
said on the
actually-
after show it was a lion, and
Lion,
they changed it to an
yes.
eagle to eliminate some drama.
right.
And
Right.
why on earth was Noi crying? Because she said that Steve has a lion tattoo on his chest. And then
Because-
why on earth would that make her cry?
I don't
Because she
know.
believed the stupid psychic, and so she thinks that they matched her up with the wrong person.
Yeah.
I know why Alyssa was mad, but why was Noi crying?
Girl, I'd have been like,
You know what?
good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think secretly Alyssa thought that Steve was cute, so she kind of just said that and made it? I mean, I don't know.
She seems as if she's the type of person that is used to getting what she wants, and
Yep.
she can say what she wants to, whatever it takes to get what she wants. So I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, and maybe she's secretly hoping that they fail, so at the end of this experiment, she can get with Steve, like they did, like they spouse swapped in the last season. Maybe that's what she's hoping for.
Look,
And so-
unless she's trying to be a nomad, that ain't gonna work.
And so I couldn't understand why Alyssa kept saying that she was stuck here. She was stuck here. Ain't nobody make you come on this trip knowing
Ain't
that
nobody
you
even
was
make you say-
attracted to her husband. And nobody's making you stay on this trip if you're not attracted to your husband.
She didn't
But
even
nobody even
participate.
told her to say yes. Like, she could have just walked off.
Exactly.
And
Because
been
she
like-
want to stay. Because she wants to have a cordial friendship so that she can stay till the end, so she can get paid. I think she's just here for the likes, the views, and the money.
But
And
she's
so-
not even being cordial. Like, in
No,
order
she's
for you to
not.
have a cordial friendship, you have to be cordial. Like, she like sitting at the table, boohoo crying, so I don't want to sit next to him.
Look, even her mom was
to
telling
him.
her about herself. She was like, you don't act like this because you don't want to come off a certain way on TV.
Too late, mama. She already coming.
She already-
I missed that part.
You
Oh,
met
what's
that girl.
Was
Yeah,
her
you
mama
were at the
talking to her
table.
on the phone?
on the phone, yeah. When
Oh,
she so
okay.
Chris was out doing the scuba diving, the snorkeling,
Uh-huh.
however you call it, whatever you call it, the scuba diving snorkel.
I didn't know
And-
she was on the phone talking to
I don't think she
her
was on the
mama.
phone in
And
that
she went
moment.
in.
I thought the producers were talking to her.
They
I think
were.
she was talking to the producer.
No. Her mom, she did talk to her mom, but she was also talking to the producers because she was telling them what her mom was saying.
Right.
And yeah, I was like, see, even your mom said, like, you don't want to
I
come
was-
off a certain way.
Mom, you had it all the way right.
She know who she is. She know how she is. So
I think that she knows how she is, because I mean, they've said it time and time again. All you had to do was read between the lines. They said that she's difficult. They said that she wants what she wants, and that it takes her time to be able to adjust to other people's desires. They said it. What they didn't say is, "Girl, you shouldn't go on Married at First Sight," because that's what they should have said to her, and they did. This is ridiculous. Like, you can't even sit next to him. He can't come stand by you without you hyperventilating. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
yeah, because he got done with whatever activity he was doing, and as he was walking up, she's like, "Tell him not to come over here. Tell him to stay over there because I don't want to see him right now."
Yeah.
I was like, "Who do you think you are? Like, this woman." Whew.
Look, who do we say this about last season? What I'm about to say is Chris is better than me. Because I would have been told her where she could go and how fast she can get there. I know I said that this episode already, but he is being like totally disrespectful. And he just keep on turning the other cheek, trying to get something. Yeah.
He's
like,
setting up these activities and dates without calling it a date. He's like, I just want us to have experiences together. And I'm like, look at him just tiptoeing around her. Like, I feel so sorry and so bad for him.
Right. And he just keep on like, this is not how I expected to spend my honeymoon. Steve, this ain't how we thought you was going to spend your honeymoon either, honey, because this is ridiculous.
Walk away. Just walk away. If he would walk away, then she would have to. She won't have a choice.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. At this point, it's almost even abusive how she just keeps on like belittling him at every little turn that he. I hope she's looking at this and is thinking, no, she's not, because she was on the after show thinking that somebody was doing her wrong. So never mind. I'm not gonna
and she's definitely delusional. She said that she's been the nicest person on the show. And I'm like, are we not?
Look, I'm with Lindsay on. Yeah, I was going to say I'm with Lindsay on that, because remember on the after show, Lindsay was like, if you have to keep telling everybody,
that you're a good person,
and notice how she cracked up laughing at the end of the show.
But did you see how Katina was looking at her though?
I was just about to say, Katina was like, I was like, girl, Katina, you can't stand nothing she's saying at all. It don't matter, because she's dead right in this situation.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna turn out with them. Like, I want the experts to come on. Like, where are the 911? Like, we should have a video, something like why
call
something.
Maybe they'll come when they get back from their honeymoons.
I'm thinking that that's when they are going to intervene, but at that point he would have endured a few days of like he is going through it, and they're only 4.
I think after honeymoons, I think Dr. Viviana is the first expert that they all kind of like talk to or talk with, because they always have something to say coming back from the honeymoon. Yeah, I mean, some of them act like they don't, but they have a lot to get off their chest.
Well, I think they need to meet them at the airport, because it has just been that much
fly
drama.
The experts back down to Puerto Rico, like
let them have a little vacation too.
Right.
Oh goodness! Well, talking about after the honeymoon, although I don't think the next episode will be after the honeymoon. What is going on in these previews that you guys are most excited about?
Michael said that he finally seen Jasmina smile. Like the last time he saw her smile was on their wedding day, and he seen her smile again. So I think it's turning up for them that episode. So I'm excited about that, because I was really rooting for them.
Well, in the interim, Elijah Wan seemed to be turning down, because he said he is not going to stop living his life for somebody who is not comfortable. I guess that horseback ride.
Oh, the horseback ride, yeah.
Oh goodness! Did y'all see where Alyssa called Chris an asshole?
No,
I missed that.
It's I wrote down that Alyssa calls Chris an asshole, and that she didn't ask for this, and more of her being the.
He didn't ask for you. Oh my
right.
goodness.
He did not ask for you in any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to figure out how long Chris is gonna sit here smiling when he really should be cursing.
Yeah, in the previews, he asked her straight out, are you tell me, do you want to work on this?
I mean, what is she gonna say? Because I mean, her actions say no.
She wants her TV time, y'all.
Yeah,
so that's all she wants, her TV time.
Yeah, well, look, we don't have to see you on TV, ma'am. It's okay. But how many followers do you think that she would get out of this? I mean, everybody in America thinks she's the worst person ever.
Hope she lose her followers that she has.
Yeah. Don't follow Mirla purposely because that's what she wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I ain't even searched for her.
There you go.
I don't even want you to trend in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I mean, I have, at least with Mirla last season, there was a point in time where she had some positive trends. Like every time I search on anything Married at First Sight, it is just like negative about her. So I don't know. Like I said, I need the experts to do a SOS, a 911. I don't know what emergency code they want to use, but I need them to jump right on in. All right. About this episode or the upcoming episode, or do you think we covered it all?
I think we got it.
I think we got it too. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this review of episode 5 of season 14 of Married at First Sight. Before we get up out of here, make sure that you have hit the like button. We will continue to deliver our opinion just as best as we can, and we want to make sure that you are here to hear it. So hit the subscribe button and then go ahead and share us with others. Until next time, we will be talking about Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 6, and we can't wait to have you back. Until next time, see ya. Bye.